Good evening, everyone. Okay, so I'm just going to do a couple more videos tonight, just because I noticed a few things that I'd like to address. And one of the things that I wanted to address, I was just reading a really good article on sleep deprivation of new mothers and how it's basically we're torturing our new mothers in this country. And the thing is that sleep deprivation is not a situation that's unique to new mothers. Basically, all mothers just don't get any sleep, or at least not nearly as much as a human should be getting. And that's not a unique condition. But with new mothers, you really see it very, very prominently when a woman has just had a baby. And they were discussing how in the article, sleep deprivation is a popular torture method, because if you deprive a person of enough sleep, you take down their resistance, their mental capacities, their resistance, their abilities to think clearly. And pretty soon our bodies start to break down too. We end up getting sick faster. When we do get sick, it's worse than most people. So there's a lot of really bad negative effects from being chronically sleep deprived. And with new mothers, you actually see it more prominently than you do with pretty much anybody else in the population. Now, I say mothers because mothers are primarily the primary caretakers of the children. There are a few dads. There are some dads that take over, or they try their best to equally share the childcare duties with the mother. And guys, good job. Well done, sirs. Well done. Now, but see, here's the thing. My husband is a night owl. His sleep cycle is flip-flopped. So he pretty much does the majority of his sleeping during the day and stays up for a good portion of the night. And this actually worked out really well when we had our kids, because he would take over the nighttime duties, and he would really only bring me the kid to feed, because I nursed all of my children, or at least I tried. And on top of that, he got some really awesome solo bonding time with the children, which was really, really cool. But, with my older kids, I was horribly, deplorably sleep deprived, even beyond the baby stage, even beyond the time when they started sleeping through the night. And I'm still very sleep deprived because we've got a bunch of kids. And, in the article, they were talking about how in other countries, even, European countries, the mom will go into the hospital and she'll give birth, and the midwife, tends to her and the child. But for the most part, the first month is all about mom, taking care of herself and resting and relaxing and building herself back up. And in the United States, we don't do that. We expect our mothers to pop a kid out and then 3 days later, go right back to the whole thing of getting up at the ass crack of dawn, getting the kids ready for school, getting them to school, going to work, blah, 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 yada, 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 yada. And it's not a conducive environment to helping her learn how to cope. You've just given birth. Now, I had all 6 of my children naturally. That's not to say without drugs. Because with several of them, I had some drugs. With my youngest, I actually finally got to have an epidural, and I will address that in another video. But I had them all vaginally, no C-sections. And, people around me were acting like I was some kind of a big baby for being so tired or being so irritable. And I'm like, I just went through 9 months of pregnancy, of hormonal mood swings, and just all the shit that comes with being pregnant. And then I shoved a kid out of my body. And just because we have a hole made to do it doesn't mean it's fucking easy. It is hard as hell. 2 of my labors lasted 4 hours for one, 3 hours for the other. And by the end of it, I felt like I'd ran the Boston Marathon. So pretty much in conclusion, folks, just try to be understanding of these new mothers. Try to help as much as you can. Come and sit with the baby so she can get a good nap in. And stop with this shit of expecting her to be fucking superwoman and jump up right out of child bed and cook you a fucking gourmet meal. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.